Welcome back, guys. Day 21 in the series, and today's video is a different one because I don't think we're actually going to be getting into the charts. So, this is just me explaining my story as a trader, or just learning a bit more about myself. So, we've gone a full screen. Sorry, the camera quality isn't as good because, hey, we haven't put money towards the camera. But first of all, I just want to get started as to how life was before trading. Okay. So originally I found out about trading last year. It was something a good friend of mine from sixth form. So I started sixth form, had the intentions of going uni. You know, I've never had like a dream job personally. I was never that person that, aspired to be like policeman, all that stuff. And I figured as to why, because now it makes sense because I never wanted to have a job. I couldn't see this vision of me working. And I was a big person on sports, whether that be going to the gym, playing basketball, just being active. And yeah, so fought my case in school and opted to do science for sixth form. And yeah, that's kind of bit me back in the backside because we were trading. obviously kind of opened my eyes and didn't want to take the uni route because why would I go uni and, just go through that lifestyle wasting my years because you're young. People say you're young, take as many risks, have fun. Well, the way I look at things, or not even take risks, but just have fun. The way I look at things, yeah, I think in the UK it's hard to get on the streets, so take as many risks possible, whether it be financial risks or risks in general. And I'm not saying like put your life on the risk, but live a little. Be confident, whether that be like I don't know, asking that pretty girl you saw. Just hey, any risks. But yeah, back to my story. I found out about trading then, and everyone hated it. Everyone hated the idea because I listened. I was very big advocate for um, young men being the strongest they can be. Having the money, having a good body, and just yeah, being the best person you could be. That was from a person that drove a Bugatti. I'm not trying to say his name. He has been a very big inspiration because hey, who hasn't wanted to have a nice house, provide for their family, whether it be their future family or their parents. Because I want to retire my parents. I don't want to see them suffer. And yeah, I mean the motive behind all of this trading was being able to live that lifestyle. And I don't come from a place of money. Like both my parents work. Dad's got his business, works on cars. He's had many jobs, works hard, and yeah, mother's been working for a very long time. And I don't want that, you know? I don't want them working to till about 70 just to enjoy another 10, 15 years of life, you know? Because what freedom do you have? So, yeah. And even though, like, my parents aren't most fond of this stuff, and with the risks involved, it's it's hard because they don't see what I see, and it's fine because I've had I've got Asian parents who always wanted you to go uni. They came to this country. I was born here. They wanted to come here to give me a better opportunity. Even though that my grandparents do very well from the Philippines, they do very well. Like they've both got businesses. My granddad's retired. He worked in Saudi for a bit. My grandma on the other side of the family, she's got dad's business, which was passed on. My dad moved here, and yeah, they came here, given us the best opportunity, and I was like, okay, I'll take that. But they obviously thought of it in a way that I was going to go to uni, spend a couple of years in uni, and then yeah, that's what they wanted, and it sucks because yeah, I don't really want to go through it. I don't want to go take the uni route, but yeah, that's why this training stuff's hard because as supportive as parents can be, they the most important thing they want is for me to achieve a degree in something. You within like the original plan was to do like physiotherapy and all that stuff. But something within sporting. But the way I look at things, have you ever seen that nice of a car within like a car park? But yeah, I don't think I don't see myself being in this country for much longer, just because I don't think I believe that they take most of your personal gains away, whether that be through tax or other things, and it doesn't even get funded to a nice place. So that's the plan. But yeah, the time I found out about trading, it was an awkward moment because studying a hard subject, yeah, I've struggled to balance school and trading. But hey, I believe it all pays off because within my experiences of life, I've never had a backup option, and that isn't by choice. It just happens because I mean the way I look at it now, if you have a backup option, you don't believe in yourself that you can achieve and put in the hours to fulfill your first option. And this isn't to slate anyone within sixth form that they don't believe they can achieve the grades they need for, let's say, to get into this certain uni. But that's just how I've been. And yeah, it was. I've had this recurring thing where people would, bring you down just for bettering yourself because I'm a person that doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, though I have tried a couple of cigars, but still, it's this battle I've had. I mean, just being different, and I'm honestly not phased by it because hey, I I see a vision that others may not see, and I know I do. It's within God's plan, hopefully, that I will achieve because not only do I want to help my family, I want to help other people. Like I do this stuff. I've made this boot camp series, rags to riches. This isn't just for me. I've tried summarizing everything I've learned within trading to provide you guys with content that's free. You know, I'm not here trying to charge you a course to, scam you guys, because I want you guys to understand that all of this is from me. This is my gift to you. I want you guys to be able to learn along the way with me, because as I progress, I want to see you guys progress with me. And all it is with trading, we come from different points, because if you think that it's hard now, give it some time. Honestly, you'll be in the exact same position I am. That's all it is. Traders are based off how much time they put in or how much longer they've done it for. Because an experienced trader will see themselves, or see me, and see themselves within me, from 6 months ago, And that's totally respectable. But I just wanted to provide you guys with some information, because I've done this from the bottom of my heart. Because I want you guys to win as much as I win myself. And it is going to be hard. Just like how everyone else will see you. Because I've had comments where, arguments as to this isn't a job, it's just gambling, all that stuff. And it's amazing, because you start to realize you live in an environment where no one wants to see other people exceed. Oh, yeah. Succeed. Not exceed. Succeed. And it's sad, because, hey, it comes from a place of selfishness for a lot of people, and it's alright. Because the only thing you can do is wish for the best for them. But yeah, I mean, back to my story, is me being a trader, as well as my life story. 6 months, I started this bootcamp from a different trader, TJR. Lovely guy. Okay, don't know him personally. Hope to soon, because plan is to have a location within the areas of Puerto Rico. Because, yeah. But started this guy's bootcamp, and yeah, my knowledge. I started ICT actually. Sorry, I fell asleep to a lot of the videos. It wasn't exciting, but I learned some things. The basics. Someone put me on TJR. I was like, okay, started it. Within about 3 months, maybe, not even that, less. Because I was just messing around with MetaTrader at first, just hitting buy, sell, all that stuff. But I saw results within TJR's bootcamp very quick. I started watching them, started noting stuff down, did the homeworks, and yeah, I started seeing results, and I was like, damn, this guy knows a thing or two. And it's amazing, because he's young, and I'm glad I picked up on trading early. I mean, it could have been earlier, but I'm not complaining. Everyone has their times, Everyone sees the vision at different times, because not everyone has that turning point within their lives. Because I knew the lifestyle I wanted, but I didn't know the way of being able to kind of break through the cycle. Because, Tate's got this guy, he's got this course, let's say, and it's endless opportunities. But yeah, if I guess I never came to sixth form, and me and this guy met, which bearing in mind he is one of my best mates now. We were good friends, but we weren't like anything too close. But if it wasn't for this guy putting me on, I probably wouldn't be in this position. So yeah, it's crazy to think, as well as learning from this mentor. But saw results very quick, and within about maybe 6 months of learning or less, I bought funded. Passed my funded in 2 weeks for phase one, and then passed phase two with FTMO within about a week, even though I was in drawdown. And yeah, life was good. Biggest regret was not taking profits. Got greedy. And that's what sucks, because my strategy, I had very high risk to rewards. So I remember hitting, when I passed the funded, I hit 122, made like 850 that day, hypothetically. But it was for the challenge, because funded accounts, I don't know about you, but I haven't got like £10,000 rolling about. So funded accounts the best way for up and coming traders, because you're not using your own capital gains. But yeah, I mean, I remember being in a trade at some point, and I was 900. I was like 900 up. I'll find the screenshot, and that yeah, it sucks. But I remember being so up. I was showing my mother this trade because I said to Mum, if I pull it now, this is how much I would have made. And I never pulled out. I waited for 40p to hit, and it sucked because I was so up. I should have just taken profits and taken the payout. And it sucks, because we could be in a whole different position. It's whatever. If this is something I've got to take, then it is. Because it's all a learning curve. Because it was bound to happen at some point. Whether that was now or further down the line, I'm happy I experienced things now because, hey, like I said, if you could happily take all the risks now, learn from them, later down the line, got stuff that you would have already learned, you can apply that skill. Hold up. This one pains me, It was around the time of 5th of August. I only had one position. It was on a GJ. I was so up, and it sucks. This is actual funded. This was the trade. Look at that risk to reward. Stupid. He didn't have a clue what he was doing. It happens. But yeah. So that happens, and a couple months later, I let emotions get the best of me, taking loss after loss. I don't know what it was. Because I don't know what the statistic is of passing a funded account. Yeah. Because it's got to be like 5%. To get payout, I think it's less. Or it must be like one. It might be a 1% chance of passing a funded. I don't know. Something like that. Something ridiculous. The chances of getting a payout even slimmer. So I've just fell into that bracket of statistics, which is fine. And then from there, we slowly played off losing the account and eventually lost it. And I'm currently trying to find that clip. because I remember that day vividly. I was on my way to hit a session. Had a little game of Monopoly before anything, before we set off. And it got to the point where I was just kind of holding onto the account. I knew I'd already lost it because I was playing with like £10 to risk. Yeah, it was just a mess. I should just let go of the account. Currently on a 20k account. Test as we speak. It's a terrible time to get funded with the market conditions. But hey, we're in drawdown. It's whatever. We fail, but I think I can revive it. I've had an occasion where I've revived accounts that are 5-6% in drawdown. As long as we lock in, pair our mental, we're honestly gonna be fine. But we lose the account on 1st of October. That's the funded account in 2 weeks. Phase 1 and 2, so that's quite nice. I'm just a bit ill right now. Currently, fast forward 2 months. About to get funded. It's hard, but hey, move on. Turning 18 in 20 days, so can legally do this soon. Still not going to. Okay, yeah, so that I did enter father's name just because it was something I could do. But yeah, I mean, from there we lost the account, blew it, and this is what we lost 1,000. Probably means nothing to FTMO. Amount of people that pass and fail these accounts. But yeah. And from there, fast forward November, December, January, February, March, April. 6 months we're in this position now. So yeah, kind of back to square one, but hey, I've experienced everything. And we've currently got bad market conditions. So yeah. That's where we're at. I mean, if you were to take anything away from this video and truly pursue trading, I want you guys to understand that I'm going to be here for you. Text me personally. Okay? Hit a comment, drop your Instagrams, whatever. If you need some reassurance on this whole trading stuff, then I'll be here, because that's what I didn't have. Well, kind of. I had a friend doing it with me. We had very different strategies, but I knew this was the way out, because everyone around you will not approve. And yeah, it sucks. Whether that be your closest friends, families, because I fell out with friends with this. Not because of this, but the way my mindset has shifted. When I told them I don't want to be working, they were like, well, you can't do that. I was like, this is what's going to create me money. And they were like, yeah, no. I got into a lot of stuff. There's friends I fell out with a year ago. Or it's been over a year now. Yeah. But they weren't the best of influences. Like, they were slowly drifting away from the people they were. And just getting into things they shouldn't have. And yeah, it was a lazy mindset. So I got out of there quick. Well, while I could. Probably should have got out of there earlier, but it's fine. So yeah, I want you guys to almost build yourself a group of people that are willing to better themselves, not just like a trading group, because you're at different paces. Okay, some will come more natural, some might take longer, and that's the reality. I want you guys to have a group of people to almost hold each other accountable, whether that be in the gym, doing schoolwork, trading, you know, because I'm happy enough to have a solid group of people around me to almost have that extra boost for one another. You know, check up, seeing if what they've done all day, calling them out on their crap, you know? And that's what I feel like our generation our generation misses. Because it's very easy to fall into this weak mindset, giving into things. You know, it's almost normalized being lazy and all this stuff. So I want you guys to get into the habit of choosing people around you, you know. Well, not locking yourself away from like people, but almost seeing that okay, that person, they don't seem like their best for me, and they don't, you know, make me strive to be a better person. Those are the people that you need to remove from your life, or just see less, because the moment your mindset shifts, you'll lose people naturally. Trust me. I've had so many friends dropped from my life just because of the way I see things. This is by choice, and then yeah, some of it not. But it's totally normal. This is what's going to happen. So it's better you establish a strong group now, so everything is as efficient as possible. So yeah, that's kind of my story as a trader and the journey I've had so far with trading, things it's done for my personal relationships. Also, the main motive is you don't want the wife worrying about bills, you know? I want to have like 3 locations around the world. One being the Philippines, I'll have one in Europe, and then somewhere like not an in between, but like almost a triangle formed, just so we can get places. But I think that's a plan for next year. Plans to travel and kind of explore where a nice place would be to live in Europe. And then yeah, it's going to be a big journey, but hey, I'll, I'll have you guys along with me to experience it. So it'll be fun. So yeah, that's that. Sorry, it's been a long one. It's almost been 30 minutes of just me rambling about my life. But hey, this is you to kind of understand me more rather than just being your mentor for this stuff, you know? Because I want you guys to understand I'm still human, and I'm nowhere near like as perfect and disciplined as you believe I am, you know. I do slip up at times, or a lot of times. I do get lazy, you know. But here we are, trying to build good habits together and make it, you know, smash some goals. We want to achieve bigger than we can believe. Because hey, if your dreams don't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. So I'm gonna catch you guys on the next episode, where we'll kind of wrap up the boot camp, and because as it's coming to an end. But don't worry, I'll still be posting after the boot camp. Probably post trade recaps and regular psychology videos. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this type of content. I know it's a bit different from what you're used to. So take care of yourselves.